Hey future millionaires, this is Phil from the Next Chapter team and welcome to another ETF review. Today's ETF review will focus on 4 ETFs from the Vanguard group. Before we jump into the ETF review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Now, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy another ETF review from the Next Chapter team. All right, let's jump into the review. First, a quick recap on what an ETF is, an exchange traded fund, and how to buy ETFs. And this review, we're going to look at the Vanguard Large Cap, VV, Vanguard Mid Cap Growth ETF, VOT, VTWV, Vanguard Russell 2000, that's our small cap, and then Vanguard SS, this is the Vanguard All World, excluding US, small cap ETF. What is an ETF? An ETF is basically a basket of investment securities, usually stocks or bonds. ETF shares prices change all day because they trade just like a stock. ETFs tend to have lower expense ratios and fewer brokerage commissions than its competing products known as mutual funds. Now, how do you buy an ETF? Well, first off, you 4-step process. Determine what account you're going to buy it in, usually an IRA or a general brokerage account. An IRA is an individual retirement account. Then you open up the account with an investment broker. We'll go through a quick list of those, many of those. Then you decide on how frequently you're going to invest, usually weekly, bi-weekly, or even monthly. Then number 4, make sure you set it up to be an automatic transfer and automatic purchase. If you don't make that purchase part, it's going to sit in a general account that is going to be like a savings account. So you really want to make sure it's an automatic purchase of what you want to buy. For each ETF, we're going to look at the ETF fund category, fund benchmark, fund summary, expense recap, top holdings, and then finally that fund performance. And why are we looking at performance? Because at the end of this review, we're going to take a look at what it would look like if you invested consistently in all 4 funds. All right, starting off the list, the Vanguard Large Cap ETF VV. This one is a large blend. This ETF tracks against the CRSP US Large Cap Index. Expense ratio of 0.04. So for every $10,000 you have invested, it's $4 per year. With this ETF, you get 494 different stocks for every share. What companies in there? Top ones include Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Berkshire Hathaway, Broadcom, Eli Lilly, and finally Tesla. These top 10 make up about 35% of the holdings. Now, what sectors do you get? You get technology at 36%, consumer discretionary at 13.8%, industrials at 11.5%, healthcare at 11.4%, and finally financials at 10.5%. Everything else is under 10%, but that includes consumer staples, energy, utilities, real estate, telecommunications, basic materials, and other. All right, now let's take a look at the returns. They're 1 year on this one. It's been great for 1 year, 36.35. 3 year, 11.08. 5 year, 15.85, and 10 year, 13.25. And since inception, so if you bought the fund at the very, very beginning, which apparently is 2004, according to this, this is a 20-year-old fund, this one is 10.38. Also note, this one does have a quarterly dividend. Next up, VOT. This is the Vanguard Mid Cap Growth ETF. ETF category, Mid Cap Growth, seeks to work against the CRSP US Mid Cap Index. And look at that expense ratio, 0.07. So that means for every $10,000, $7 of expenses per year. And you have 140 different companies in this index. You've got an energy company, Tower Inc., Transdem Group, Palantir Technologies, Motorola Solutions, Cintas Corp, Realty Income Corp, Alpo Global, and Trade Desk. These 10, you can see these 10 only make about 18.4 of the total holdings. What sectors do you have? You have industrials at 22, technology at 21.9, consumer discretionary at 13.9, healthcare at 12.3. Then after that, everything else is under 10%. You have financials, real estate, energy, utilities, telecommunications, consumer staples, and basic materials, and then finally others. Well, this fund has been around for a while. It's been around since 2006. And the 1 year return on this one is 25.99, 3 year 1.07, 5 year 11.19, 10 year 10.58, and since inception, so if you held on to this one since 2006, you would have had 9.68 growth. Moving on to our third fund, we've got the Vanguard Russell 2000 Value ETF. This is our small value play. This one tracks against the Russell 2000 Value Index, expense ratio of 0.15. This one goes by the ticker of VTWV, and with that expense ratio of 1.5, for every 10,000, $15 of expenses. All right, you get a total of 1,438 different companies in this one. Companies like SoftSafe Corp, Meritage Homes, Taylor Morris Homes, Lumen Technology, Jackson Financial, Essentials Group, Commerce Metals, Essentials Property Real Estate Trust, and Old National Bank Corp. And you, again, because you have so many holdings, 1,400 different holdings, those top 10 only make up about 5%. You get a whole lot of diversity here. Now, what sectors do you get with this big diverse index? You get sectors of financials at 27%, consumer discretionary 13.2%, industrials at 13%, real estate at 11.9%, and then after that, everything else is under 10%. So a lot of diversity here. Healthcare, energy, utilities, technology, basic materials. I'm going to call it technology. This is the first time this technology is really low on the list of all the ETFs so far. Basic materials, telecommunications, consumer staples, and other. But let's get into the performance, because that's what we're here to see, how this one performed. Our 1 year, 25.79. Good comeback year for the Russell 2000. 3 year, 3.72. 5 year, 9.26. And 10 year, 8.16. And this one's been around since 2010. So if you've been holding on to this for around 14 years now, you would have enjoyed returns of total of roughly 9.58. Moving on to our very last fund, this is VSS. This is the FTS All World excluding US small cap. This is a foreign small and mid cap blend. All right, this one seeks to track against the FTSE Global Small Cap excluding US index. So this one focuses on stock returns of small cap companies located in developing emerging markets around the world, again, excluding the US. Expense ratio on this one is 0.08. And then that means, so for every 10,000, you'd have $8 of expenses annually. Well, this one has the most diversity of all the ETFs we reviewed today. 4,800 different companies in this ETF. Companies like WSP Global, RB Global, Kincross Gold, TFI International, ARC Resources, First Quantum Materials, and GFL Environmental. I'm just calling out a few of them. All right, what sectors do you have? Industrials at 21.5, consumer discretionaries at 13.5, basic materials at 11.5, technology at 11.3, and then finally financials at 10.9. After that, you have everything under 10%, real estate, healthcare, consumer staples, energy, utilities, telecommunications, and finally other. And let's take a look at the returns on this one. VSS, how'd we do? 1 year, 22.41. 3 year, 0.91, so just under 1%. Ouch. 5 years, 7.12. And then 10 year, 5%. But since inception, that's a more attractive number at 8.77. All right, now we're going to move into the spreadsheets and take a look at what it would look like if you invested consistently in all 4 funds. I'm excited to see the returns and the growth on this investing play. All right, now let's jump into it. We're going to have someone who's investing consistently $9,000 annually. And again, we're looking at 4 Vanguard funds. We got a large cap that has a 1 year of 36.35, 5 year of 15.85, and a 10 year of 13.25. Next up is VOT. This is our mid cap. This has a 1 year of 25.99, 5 year of 11.19, 10 year of 10.58. Next up, VTWV. This is a Vanguard Russell 2000 value play. 1 year of 25.79, 5 year 9.26, 10 year of 8.16. And finally, VSS. This one is going to be our international play. This is a 22.44 1 year, 5 year of 7.12, and then the 10 year of 5%. So again, we like to take the look at how long, what the investment would look like if we invested consistently for 5 years and then further 10 years. So 1 year is just so-so, right? Now let's take a look at that 5 year. That 5 year, all right, check it out. We jumped up to 62,000. Let's see how that breaks down. So you invested $9,000 for 5 years, that's $45,000. and then the rest is growth of about $17,000. So you had 28% total growth in your investment. Now let's see what it jumps to when we get to that 10%, that 10-year. Whoa, we killed it. We broke that 150. All right, so check it out. 10 years, consistently $9,000. So principal, invested dollars, 59%, $90,000. The rest would be growth. That's $63,500 roughly in growth. So you can really see that the power of compounding interest, investing consistently, and being patient can really lead to some major growth over time. Hope you enjoyed the ETF review. More to come. See you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for high yield savings account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here. And please enjoy and see you in the next video.